Time and time again, Hollywood has taken great TV series, comic books, toy lines, and just devastated them with bad writing, bad scripting, and bad directing. Of course, I'm talking about The Last Airbender, and this is no exception, guys. I mean, really, this is a great TV show. How could you mess this up? It basically just falls short of everything that we came to expect. For those of you who are fans of the TV show, please steer clear of this movie. It will do you no good. Me being a fan of the TV series, I was just utterly disappointed in this movie. So let's go ahead and review The Last Airbender. Basically, this movie just should have been so much better. I mean, visually, it had so much potential, the storyline was there, and it was ruined. A lot of the sets, a lot of the sceneries were just very bland and very just not well made. It just fell short of what it should have been. And you can see here, even from this scene, the palace of the Fire Lord. This is supposed to be elegant, supposed to be fierce and just frightening to be in this palace. This looks nothing like it does in the TV series. Well, let's just go ahead and explain what's going on here. For those of you who are not familiar with the premise of the show, it basically centers around the four nations of this world: Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. Each nation has what's called benders, or people who can manipulate their natural element through, as the directors or the creators of this TV series, they used Chinese martial arts to pretty much control all of these elements, which makes for a very good story. Now, centered around this is what's called the Avatar. The Avatar is the person who is able to control all the elements as opposed to one element. He is the person who brings balance to the world and is supposed to bring it into harmony. That is his role. That is what he is supposed to do. And as I said, it makes for a great storyline, especially those of you who have seen the TV show and know what all the premise is about. So, let's get on to the characters of this show. Now, Aang is played by Noah Ringer, pretty much a newcomer to the world of Hollywood, and needless to say, his acting just really is not there. It was very bland and nothing like that of the cartoon character Aang. Now, for those of you who know the actual show, Aang is very playful and fun-loving, innocent, and childlike, because really, he is a child. And pretty much Noah Ringer brings none of that to this character. He plays it very serious and very scared, as though all of his lines are awkward and him just being there in the environment is awkward. And he feels so out of place. And really, that's just nothing that you want to see when you're seeing this movie, especially if you've known the TV series for so long. And it just really was bad casting on the director's part, and it could have been done so much better. Also coming on to the new scene is Nicola Peltz. She plays Katara, who is a waterbender herself, and befriends Aang when she finds him in the iceberg. Like Noah Ringer, her acting was very subpar and just was not there. It felt very out of place, very awkward, and all of her line deliveries were just that of maybe a elementary school play, which is just very horrible, to say the least. Now, playing the role of her big brother Sokka is Jackson Rathbone. Now, some of you may know him from the Twilight series. He comes onto this, and really, again, it is just so bland, and his deliveries are just so wrong, especially from him coming from an acting scene. He's been out there, but really, if you want to get down to the gist of everything, it comes down to bad directing, and you could really see it in the acting of all these children. They just were badly directed. Now, don't get me wrong, there were some visuals that were pretty cool, that really captivated the eye and just made it seem really worth seeing, but really, there just was not enough of that to pretty much justify making this movie. And as I said, if you were a fan of the TV show, you would know that this movie could have been done so well. And it kind of frightens me to think that, I mean, really, you want this this movie to do so well, especially if you're a fan, because you want to see more of it, but you want to see more of it done right. Um, Basically, if it does well, then Mr. Shyamalan is allowed to make another travesty and another flop. And basically, you don't want to see that. You want it to succeed, but at the same time, you don't, because you don't want to see him butcher the series even further. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if anybody invites you to go see this movie, even if you don't have to pay for it, my sound advice to you is just run. Run as fast as you can from this movie and spare your eyes the travesty of this movie that M. Night Shyamalan has crapped out of his ass. That's, forgive me for saying that, but that's exactly what it just seems. Like he just took a great story and just ripped it to shreds and emptied it out of everything that made it so good. Anyway, guys, this is Patrick. Hope you like this review. Let me know if you like it. But basically, this has been the review of The Last Airbender. Take care, guys.